The thing is, I've taken so many losses on buys. This is exactly what the market wants. The market wants that as soon as you start to second guess your position after a few losses, that's when the real move is. The hardest trade is usually the right one. It's usually the hardest trade. Like we were waiting for this 15,900 level this entire time. The market finally gave us that level, and because it's dropping so aggressively, it's making me second guess the original entry. So this is exactly what the market wants, but the market's been getting exactly what it wants all week. Every dollar I make, I've been giving it right back just because the market continues to pull these liquidity grabs. Now we're at the daily 88.6. I don't have a choice. I have to take the trade because it fits all the confirmations of the strategy. So this is one of those, you got to put your feelings aside and you have to trade the system regardless of the losses. All I have to do is manage my risk, make sure that I keep that as a top priority, and understand, okay, let's say I lost 1% so far. How much can I afford to lose for the rest of the day before I have to call it a quits? So if I'm down, let's call it 0.5% plus 170, that's a 0.25%. So about 0.75%, okay, for the day. But also the USD JPY trades are all in profits. Okay, so I still have some running equity here that's kind of making up for the difference. So the real question is, how much can I afford to lose for the rest of the day to take this next NASDAQ trade? And is it worth it? So that's kind of what I'm trying to decide right now, is whether or not it's worth taking this risk yet again. I'm going to do it because it's at the 88.6. It fits all of the criteria of my strategy. Stop loss below the 898 level. And I'm going to have to be very mindful here. I'm doing a 0.25% risk on this one. The thing is, every trade I've taken on NASDAQ has been in profits, and then it's reversed. Been in profits, reversed. And so what I'm going to do now is just start taking partial profits and moving stop loss to break even, as opposed to trying to overstay my welcome. Okay? Because I was in deep profits last night on this buy. I was in profits this morning on the re-entry. Like every single time, I should have just taken the partial profits, but I decided to hold for some reason, which is not typical of my trading style. So I'm going to adjust my trading style. I'm going to be a lot more effective here based on these market conditions. And hopefully this is a lesson to everybody that, yes, you may have a great strategy, but you also have to be adaptable, because market conditions, they rhyme, but they don't, they're not the exact same. Okay. And I'm still within a reasonable risk range, but it's just more so like I'm still within my daily risk parameters, but it's just more so like the back and forth aspect of it. Because the UJ trade is an absolute smasher. Did anyone take UJ yesterday as a swing trade? Because look, y'all, I got about as good of an entry as could possibly get. For all of my NAS100 Masterclass folks, I'm going to be going through this trade in the NAS100 Masterclass because it's the same exact system. Look at this. You guys, this is going to blow your mind if you took the Masterclass. This is going to absolutely blow your mind. We have daily 88.6. Look at this, body to wick. Okay, body to wick, daily 88.6. But I had to get in here and find the best entry, right? So I took this 30-minute range. I took this range here. Everything is a box, correct? So then I went body to wick on the smaller time frames. And what do we have? We have break, retest, double bottom of the 886 on the 30-minute. So this big red line here, this is the daily 88.6. And then we also have the 30-minute 88.6 just to get the most precision entry. So if you guys look at my execution, okay, we're back in profits on NASDAQ. So I told you guys, every single trade I've placed goes into profit and then just ends up smashing through, because the levels that I'm trading are accurate and they're highly reactive, but the trend and the momentum is clearly in the bearish direction. So just because I'm in profits doesn't mean the trade is going to continue to run. So what I will do is I'm going to secure partial profits, move stops to break even, and then just literally rinse and repeat all day. Just rinse and repeat all day. Every time it comes down to a particular entry spot, rinse and repeat all day. I'm also going to close one of these two UJ positions. I'm going to close the worst of the two. All right, I'm going to hold the rest of those two trades. Been a pretty frustrating morning, but I appreciate everybody hopping on today. Good morning. Welcome. If this is your first stream, welcome back. If you guys have been watching us regularly, we are on a unbelievable winning streak. The markets have been, they've been playing games. So it's been making it a bit harder for us to have a consistent win rate. But I think we're doing pretty well navigating these conditions. I'm going to continue to be responsible with my risk management, finding the best trades and being highly selective. But yeah, this is going to be a masterclass for all of you. And when the market conditions are not reacting the way that you'd like, how do you adapt? And I think that this is going to be a great show of, just trusting your strategy, even when you're on a losing streak, even when the execution is starting to go back and forth between sometimes it's working and sometimes it's not, and the trades are hitting break even. How do you navigate? How do you stay focused? And this is going to be a master class for all of you, because I woke up pretty frustrated. I'll just kind of, since I'm doing the challenge, honestly, I'll just show you exactly what happened. I'm doing the challenge ahead. So I took losses on the buys yesterday for NASDAQ just because I had a premature entry. But then for the rest of the day, I just ended up re-entering the buys. Okay, so I was just getting in, getting out. USD, JPY, I was just scaling in and out of trades. So these were all hedges, meaning I would enter a trade and I'd be in drawdown. I would enter the best, I would enter a few more positions to try to scoop back my profits. As soon as I got back into profits, I would close these trades and hold the best entries. That's how I caught a wick entry. Now, these opportunities here, every single one of them was in profit at least 0.25%. So they were all in profit at least $300. But then I allowed them to reverse because I didn't protect the trades. Okay, so these three losses here, this 0.75% of risk that I lost, this shouldn't have been a loss. I should have woke up to tons of profits, especially with the UJ trade that is absolutely smashing from yesterday. Okay. So pretty frustrating, but now we're making it back slowly but surely. And so we just caught this little partials right here on NASDAQ. We have this UJ winner right here. So this UJ winner basically cancels out this loss. And then I'll just be kind of going through these trades. I'm going to hold this UJ, but where's the trade I want to show you? There was one of these that I ate like a crazy fee on. It was a swap fee, $8 swap fee, this one. So I cannot swing trade on this account because look at the fees. So this is a $26 trade, but the swap is this a positive swap? Did I get paid for this trade? Okay, hold on. Let me find one of these with a negative swap. I think it was the NASDAQ runner I was holding. It was like negative $8 of swap, and the trade was only $50. Now, percentage-wise, that's insane. Absolutely insane. Yeah, I mean, guys, I lost money on my personal too. This shit is not fun. This shit is not fun. We're getting hammered today, but at least UJ's in profit. I'm still profitable for the day. On this account, this is floating about $700. I've already taken all partials. Okay, I had 5 lots on this originally. I was sitting pretty good, but I did take some L's on NASDAQ on that account. You said respect the transparency, man. You guys know the deal. I'm doing this challenge live, and so I can't, like, there is no hiding or running from my mistakes. I have to just own up to my mistakes, make the best decisions going forward, and ideally lead by example, which is really what trading is all about. It's like nobody is going to have a perfect trading day. No one's going to have a perfect trading week. Sometimes we will, right? The past 3 or 4 weeks might disprove that. But as a whole, how you react to the moments where the markets are not, being the most generous, I think that's what makes or breaks a trader. All right, Chart Addicts members, yeah, you guys saw me kind of get a little blown this morning when I first hopped on. I didn't have the best workout. Like, normally, here's what happens. I wake up, bunch of break-evens get hit. I'm like, you know what? I'm very upset because naturally, I'm a very competitive person, and no one likes to lose. Nobody likes to lose, especially not me, right? Because I'm a winner by my very nature. So I woke up not in the best mood, whatever. Go to the gym. I'm like, oh, I'm just going to get the best workout ever. All right. Do you guys know those people at the gym that see you and they assume that you're friends, right? They assume that you're boys, but like it's proximity. It's like your friends from high school. You were friends with your people, you were friends with the people in high school strictly based off of proximity. You were stuck in the same exact place in a prison for 8 hours a day. You better make friends. It's not even friendship. That's like Stockholm syndrome, basically. It's fucked up. So I'm at the gym. This guy's walking up to me like we're best friends. I'm trying to hit a bag workout, right? I'm trying to stay focused. I'm setting my body, my mind, my spirituality, everything being set for a successful trading day. This guy's trying to show me. Keep in mind, this guy, fuck, I don't want to disrespect him. He's a great guy, ex-firefighter, awesome dude, built like Bill Nye the Science Guy. He's trying to give me advice on how to throw a hook, right? So he's trying to he's interrupting my workout. He's out here trying to show me how to throw a hook. And I'm like, bro, this dude's form is trash. Like, imagine being this confidently ass at something. So I guess if there's any lessons from today's stream is, if you guys are very, very confident about a skill set, like make sure that it's tested. Okay. I used to be very cocky until I started trading down here at Goat Shed, because the Goat Shed hosts a lot of amateur and professional UFC fighters, like real UFC fighters. Now, in case you guys don't know, people who fight amateur MMA, very tough people. I fought amateur Muay Thai and kickboxing, very tough people. But to make it to the UFC is hard as fuck. Okay, so these are some of the best of the best. And so I had this overblown confidence until I started training with professionals. Then I got brought back down to size. I'm like, this guy's 155 pounds beating me up. I was 155 pounds in middle school, people. I just realized my microphone is all the way over here. I was 155 pounds in middle school. So getting beat up by somebody who weighs as much as you did back in middle school is not fun, but it's a wake-up call. So that's what happened today. This guy, fucking whoop whoop, best friends, didn't get a great workout. This guy's trying to show me a hook, trash hook, trash hook. I'm all down for pointers, trash hook. So nothing really came out of that. Decent workout. You guys know what it is. It says you'll never forget your first jujitsu class. Yes, it was my last one too. I'm like, this is kind of gay. I'm like, this is not cool, right? If somebody wants to strangle me in the middle of the street, bro, I fucking this is what a pocket knife is for. I ain't fucking about to sit here and wrestle with you. All right, especially gi wrestling or gi jujitsu. No gi jujitsu, I understand. Still gay, but hey, pajama wrestling, brother. You should be embarrassed. Pajama wrestling, unbelievable. All right, break even just got hit, but it still looks like it's respecting this daily zone. We have 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touches. Guys, I don't have a choice. I got to get back in. Well, I do have a choice. Obviously, there's no gun to my head. However, I'm like a machine. I can't sit here and be like, oh, but I don't feel like taking the trade, and this trade doesn't make sense, and what if it does this, and what if it does that? It's the rationale here is, are all of the things that I need to see in order to take this trade as part of my strategy, are they all present? And if the answer is yes, I don't really have a choice but to take the trade. So is the trade still valid based on all of our rules? Well, let's take a look. We have the daily low right here. We had this massive impulsive push. We had a retracement come all the way down. We're at the 88.6, and now we're sitting right below. Now, in case you guys don't know, all the best trades are really over here. Okay? I am going to be patient only because this thing is ripping through. Is there any news today, people? There's fucking... Oh, we have PCE. Oh, we have the OPEC meetings. How did I miss this? I didn't miss it, guys. We've been talking about this all week. Core PCE index came out unchanged. All right, so inflation's still ramping up just a little bit, which is not good. You don't want to see the inflation numbers keep coming out positive. It means that even though there's slight growth, it's still there's still an inflation growth. The longer that we see these positive numbers, the longer that it's going to take for the Fed to pivot, to change their mind, to start printing money. The Fed will not start printing money if inflation is still running hot. All right, thankfully, we did not take that trade. Oof. A little bit of patience could save your life. My God. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Now, the biggest news events that I'm personally watching, are this current ceasefire between Palestine and Israel. So just to kind of break this down, when the Ukraine war first happened, when it first broke out, there was a fear of an escalation of conflict, and there was a fear that the crisis would spill over into other borders. As soon as the markets figured out that that was not the case, markets started to recover. Same thing happened with Israel-Palestine. Is this going to be a global conflict? Are the Arab nations going to have to get involved? Is the G7 going to have to get involved? America put troops on the border of Israel in the Mediterranean Sea. That is an escalation of conflict. As soon as there was a clear guarantee that the U.S. was not going to step in and that this was not going to be an escalatory fight, markets recovered. Now, the current ceasefire that's going on is positive for the entire situation. As long as there is a path to a ceasefire, there's a path to a truce, that means innocent civilians will stop dying, and the risk of this thing spilling over into an international conflict, we dodge a bullet there. No pun intended. But I think that the ceasefire is about to expire here. And I think that this exchange of hostages, look, guys, I'm going to say something. This is not a political comment. This is strictly just an observational comment. Hamas's only bargaining chip right now is the hostages. I'm going to let y'all know this. Think this through with me. They got a bargaining chip right now called the hostages. Now, if they exchange the hostages and they don't have anything else of value to offer the Israelis in that moment, what's going to stop Israel from just flattening Gaza? Besides the global community outrage, which doesn't really seem to be weighing too much on their decisions. And so the reason I say that this conflict is going to last a long, long time, and this is just being frank with you guys, is because there's no way out of this. If they continue killing civilians, they're going to create the next wave of extremism. If they get all the hostages back and they stop and they have this ceasefire, as soon as they get all the hostages back, there's no reason for them to respect the ceasefire, or Israel. There's no reason for Israel to respect the ceasefire. And I think that we just go back to an escalation. So I think we're in a position right now where this thing is more complicated than it's ever been. But I want to remind everybody, historically, there is never a perfect deal, unless you ask Donald Trump. Historically, whenever there is high stakes, the highest of stakes that's ever existed, there have to be concessions. There has to be a trade-off, and there will be an opportunity cost. So you have to weigh through, both sides need to sit down and just weigh through the non-negotiables. The non-negotiables for Palestine should be, number one, security and safety. Number two, a ceasefire. And number three, autonomy and self-determination. Once you get those, then you can talk about supply chains and government structures and all that shit. But there's priorities. And then also Israel has non-negotiables, which is a guarantee that Hamas is not going to be the ruling power, which is a clear, distinct, I don't really know what Israel's non-negotiables are, because right now it just kind of seems like it's our way or the highway. That don't really work too well, that don't really work too well. Okay, so just to kind of recap what I just said, an escalation of conflict, bearish for markets, and this is not like, okay, because a lot of people ask me, when the fighting first broke out, a lot of money was finding its way to the States. And I had explained that the United States is the safest place to hold assets compared to Europe, Asia, Africa, Middle East, Canada, Mexico, and South America. So there's nowhere for you to really hold your money besides America. But what we're seeing is that when there's an escalation of conflict, people don't want to buy stocks. They'll invest in America. They'll put money in bonds and they'll put money in the dollar. But no one wants to buy stocks if there's an escalation. And so I think that an escalation of conflict is good for America regardless, because America makes money. But I think that the dollar will see a rise if there's an escalation. But the stock market will see a rise if there's a de-escalation. Does that make sense to everybody? Put a 1 if you guys followed that whole thing. Good morning. Can you go over the news releases today? It looks like they were both big drivers. Yeah, really Fuck, dude, the PCE index being at 0.2 is not crazy news. So I'm trying to figure out what really drove the markets to panic here. But I don't even think this is a panic yet. If we break through this daily low, that's going to be a completely different shift in market momentum. Right now, we're still retracing and retesting the very bottom of the range. So whenever we have a range, we got a box right here. You're going to have these externalities kind of go above, and you may have an externality or two go below. But overall, it's buy low, sell high. We are at support. Here's resistance. Here's our discount. Here's our premium. Actually, discount is technically down here. Okay. We have discount, premium, support, resistance. Now, if we look at it this way and we draw a fib all the way to the top, the 88.6 is all the way down here. This thing could consolidate, hit down to the 15,800 level that we've been talking about, and then have that push. I understand that this is a very possible reality, but since we're at the lows of the weekly range, this is, I'm very tempted to take one last buy order here. I'm very, very tempted here. Might regret this. Nope, there's no regrets. I got to make a conscious choice here. My conscious choice is we're still sitting above that weekly low. I see a rejection, not the best rejection, however, still valid. Let's take a look at the risk and reward here in order to be in this trade. It'll be about 35 points of risk. No, about 40 points of risk. But to the upside, we have about 80 points. So it's a 2-to-1. Very clear 2-to-1 here. Very clear 2-to-1. Here's how it would look for everybody watching. Don't need the 78. Don't need the 78 here. I just need the 61. So this is what the trade would look like. So we had a break, retest, triple bottom at this zone. So here's the low, break, retest, triple bottom at this zone. We see a rejection. Higher time frame, 88.6. So if we take the entry at the 886, take profit at the 61, stops below these lows, it's 1.8 to 1. 1.8 to 1. And a little sketchy. All right. It's true what they tell you, man. It's true what they tell you. That trading psychology is completely irrelevant until your fate, until you have a losing streak, 2-3 trades. Nothing about mindset matters until you lost 2-3 trades and you got to enter this one. And everything you can think about is, damn, every trade I entered has smashed to stop loss. Am I sure I want to take on this risk again? And so that's where the real mindset comes in. Now, in all honesty, can't make decisions like that. You got to make decisions based off of logistics, and the logistics are this trade is valid, fits my criteria. 0.25% risk on this trade. 0.25% risk would put us at 0.05, 0.06. Bit of a late entry. I really should have got the entry down here at 908. It's a lot of hesitation the past couple of days, guys. I hope that you guys have been noticing. I have been hesitating because I'm managing like 4 accounts now. So this has gotten to the point where it's not, I'm not just trading my 2 accounts. Now I got so many different things going on. So there's a little bit of hesitation and it's starting to play into the profits. So I'm going to have to go back to the way I've been trading and just sort of reset and refocus. I can't wait for this weekend. I really do need a few days away from the markets just to reset. Because look, at the end of the day, this thing was at 906 and now it's at 926. We would have already been in profits and in break even. So this little bit of hesitation is starting to cost a lot. Oh, look at that rejection. Beautiful. But yeah, you guys see it's like we're barely in profits, but we should have been in profits. Yeah, about 30 points already. Too much hezzy. Too much hezzy. Too much hezzy. It's all good. Hope you guys are enjoying the fact that there's no more ads on these streams. Really wasn't trying to you guys know we're trying to keep it straight to the point. I need some fucking coffee or something, man. I'm out here half asleep. Yo, Roy, you got that TFT challenge? No, they faked. They faked. I think once they found out that I was going to be doing it live, I think people might have had a change of heart. It's all fun and games until people realize that it's all fun and games. Until they realize I might pass this shit, or until they realize I'm actually going to be doing this live. Um. Okay. Man, I'm so disappointed in my bro. I was so disappointed in myself. Past couple of days, just been off my game, been very distracted. NAS100 Masterclass. Yo, the Bang 25 promo code only got 3 uses. The Bang 25 promo code from yesterday only got 3 uses. Can you guys believe that? So we're not doing no more promo codes, regardless of likes or anything else. We have 3 days, 3 more days until the NAS100 Masterclass. If you guys already signed up, I'm more than excited. I'm going to get you guys ready for not just the rest of the year, because even though we've been saying that volume is going to slow down, it seems like the markets have no intention of slowing down as far as we can tell right now. So I'm going to get you guys geared up and ready for the rest of the year. But most importantly, I'm going to make sure that you guys are ready for 2024. Because in 1 month, can you change your entire life and can you make enough progress to get all your dreams to come true? The answer is no. Can you set up the foundation and start building momentum so that 2024 is the year that can change your life and you can get everything you want? The answer is 100% yes. Unequivocally, yes. You can build enough momentum in the next 31 days before the year ends to kick off 2024. So I'm very excited for those of you guys that have already registered. Let's get this show on the road. Let's make 2024 count. And I want to make sure everybody that takes these master classes comes to the FX Summit next year, because you now have the strategy, you have an ability to make money. And I would just love to see y'all there. People want to make money, but don't want to spend on education. But I'm gonna be honest, it's not even about the spending, because most people have the money. It's about the arrogance to think that you are the exception to the rule and that you're going to figure it out yourself. Now, if those people had any wherewithal, because I was in that place, right? If you guys really take a second to realize how much money it's costing you to not know how to make big money, it would all click, right? So every day that you guys don't know how to make $1,000 a month on a prop firm, it's costing you $1,000 a month. Every day that you guys don't know how to how to set up a proper trading plan or how to trade NASDAQ effectively, it's costing you real money. People don't want to pay the $350 because they think that they'll be able to figure it out themselves. But how many challenges are those folks going to fail before it clicks? And how much more money are they going to cost themselves? So that's kind of the mindset. Is a lot of people think that they can do it themselves, and then they go struggle for a long time. And then only when they realize that that it's not possible to happen by themselves, that's when they go out and seek help. And I just genuinely think that you got to do it backwards. Instead of wasting your time and building bad habits, because practice makes permanent. Practice does not make perfect. So if you're practicing the wrong way over and over and over again, and then you're like, oh, let me go get some education, you've built so many bad habits that you're going to have to pay for later. All right, I'm going in break even. That's such a shitty entry, man. No good. But it's all good. Profits is profits. Making money is making money. We got my dad in the chat. Good morning, Pops. Hope you're doing good. How much, man? The master class with the promo code. Well, there's no more promo codes. The Masterclass is only $350. That's one trade. It's more, I mean, yeah, it's literally one trade. I mean, what's it called? The UJ trade alone. I think I'm floating $350. Yeah, I'm literally floating the Masterclass fee just off of these small running positions. I've already taken partials, already done all that stuff. But just off of these trades that we just took in about 15 to 20 minutes, there's the Masterclass fee right there.
You hear that, brokies?
Whoa. Yo. No, I like the fact that you're turning the roasts on somebody else for once, bro. You guys see what I gotta deal with? You guys see what I gotta deal with all the time? This is madness. God, why did I get such a good? Like if I had a good entry, this trade would have already been done because we would have already hit the 1-to-1. Let me show you guys this. NAS folks already know this, but I got in about halfway through the wick, right? So about right here. Look at this, dude. Less than a 1-to-1 R&R. Like this thing is in a 0.4-to-1 R&R right now, just where it's currently at. If I had entered at the 886, we would have already been up 1-to-1. Yeah, got me. David Sky Blue, are you guys laughing at the Brokies comment? That's crazy. That's crazy. You guys might have to fight. You guys might have to fight Gali at the next summit, bro. Brian said, I attended the November masterclass. I can say confidently it's life changing. Life changing that's deep. What was so life changing about it, Brian? All right, I just closed partials again. I'm just going to keep taking chunks out the market. I'm going to keep taking chunks out the market. 4 hours looking good, man. As long as we stay in this range, it's just buy low and sell high. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to leave my running position back up to the top at 16,000 right here. So the next area where I'm going to take partial profits is this 980 level, which is another 40 points. And then really just hold this thing to the top of the range. If we're in a range, all we got to do is hold. UJ is also going to be a hold, but there's a good chance that it comes back for one more retest. But let me tell y'all, this UJ trade, this thing is bussing. And we still have a long way to go. Partial profits. Because it's simple. When something is simple, it's easy to repeat constantly. I like that, Brian. So you would say that the strategy is simple enough. Now, Brian, let me ask you a question. There's some people that are asking me, is this good? Is the masterclass valid for new traders too? Or is it just for people who have had experience trading? All right, I'm gonna have my camera off for a bit. Ladies and gents, we're gonna go through some Forex news events and just overall news events and see what's going on today. Let's just go through the news. Let's just see what's happening and see if there's anything that could potentially affect markets. Now, the difference between what you will see from someone who's specifically a market analyst is they're looking for like data points that are specifically related to markets. I am a macroeconomic analyst. Macro meaning big picture. And so what I try to do is look at the way the world is headed, and then I make decisions on sentiment, directional bias, and central bank decision making based on what's happening in the world. All right. Is FTMO balance drawdown or equity drawdown? Equity drawdown, bro. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. Like you don't have to close the trade. If that joint, it's like soccer. It's like if it's on the line, or no, it's not like soccer. It's like fuck, I'm not gonna make another tennis joke. No more tennis comments. Been playing way too much. But yeah, it's if you're floating and then it dips below that 5K or below the 5% mark, I mean, then yeah, you're out. AMGG says you're all right. Let me go through, ladies and gents. Appreciate y'all kind of getting on today. It took me a little bit of time to warm up this morning, but we're getting there. Every pip and profit is bringing me back to life. All right, all jokes, but just want to say hi to my Chart Alex members over here. We got Sam, Roman, Noah, Luke, Janae. Good morning, Josh. Good morning, James. What's going on, my bro? Karan, yes, sir. Golly, you ain't getting nothing from me. You ain't getting nothing from me. Big Gabe is in the house. Bryce, the GOAT. Brian Flores. Brian, you made it into the Zoom call from the YouTube comments. Into the Zoom call from the YouTube section. Over to the inner circle. B. Flores is in the house. Of course, we got my main guy, Roberto Lopez, with us. We got Bianca and Two Step. Good to see all of you guys with us here on the Zoom. Everybody watching on YouTube, good morning. Good morning. Small on deck has a tree emoji. Mr. Finesser says, yo. And Noah says, W golly. There we go.
W Noah.
W Noah in the chat. We got Mr. Finesser saying, what's up, Roy? Sunday is history. Millionaire incoming. Mr. Finesser, we talked about this 58,000 times about changing your name. Bro, it's giving me credit card scammer vibes. Right? It's giving me I have to hide the magnetic strip when I'm around you vibes. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I gotta get those wallets with the magnetic protector around you, bro. He said hanging duct one more time, making this money to invest into trading. Carlos Rojas, props to you and everybody watching this that's at work, getting it done, making the most out of your life, making the most out of the opportunities. And I want to remind you guys that no matter how hard your life is, and no matter how hard things are today, things have been worse for you and you have made it out. You've made it out every single time, not only surviving, but thriving. You guys are here today. There's people around the world that don't have the benefit of running water, of fresh food, of food at all, of security, of knowing what's going to happen next. So no matter how hard your life is, no matter how tired you are, and no matter how bad things get, remind yourself that it could be worse and that we are grateful to be in a position. If you're watching this around the world, if you have the privilege to be on a YouTube stream somewhere in the world, then you are at an advantage compared to everyone else. So let's live up to that advantage. Let's take advantage of the opportunity that we're given, because we could be, we could be in a completely different circumstance right now, having to do things that we really, really don't have a control over. No matter how much you hate your job and feel like you can't leave, at the end of the day, the gun is not on your head. There's some places out there in the world today, there's a gun to someone's head and they're working. So let's be grateful for what we got. We get to trade moving lights on a screen. I'm as blessed as I've ever been. And yeah, that's what keeps us going. I took the Masterclass also. This is Tim saying this. I got in today's trade at 15,890. 890. Oh my God. Yeah, brother, I hesitate a little bit too much, Tim. I got in at the trade. It hit the 886. No fear. I'd rather lose the following my strategy than the win by luck. I got out after 45 points. Tim, you just made me so happy, bro. I love to see it. Okay, that's what I should have done. The only issue is, and this is what I want to tell everybody, trading is very easy until the trading psychology starts to play in. When you're on a losing streak or a winning streak, that's where the decision making starts to really matter. Now, it's easy to be like, dude, just keep losing trades and then the strategy will play itself out. But there is a reality of you can lose enough money to dig yourself into a hole. Okay. And so that's why being selective is something that, I'm prioritizing today. But Tim, you're 100% right. There's no room for fear in this operation. And you did get the absolute best entry. So I'm really happy to see that, fam. US 30 looks like a sell. Okay. Amen. Big blessings. Love to see it. Was the code sent out for the masterclass? There's no more codes. We sent out a code yesterday. Barely any uses. No more promo codes, guys. AMG said, I found Roy last year and bought his fundamentals course on Black Friday. Damn. And now I'm ready for the masterclass this year. AMG took the fundamentals. Yo, the people who took the fundamentals class with me, it's a very rare group. It's less than 30 people. There's less than 30 people total on this planet that have taken that fundamentals class. Those are the most dangerous humans walking around, fam. The next George Soros came out of that class. I'm gonna tell you guys. And yeah, it's me. No, it's gonna be one of you guys. So get this guy some colada. Yeah, brother. I need a pick me up, bro. Because I had some bang energy this morning, but I'm telling you guys that workout should have been straight to the point. You guys know what it was? I think it was the 2 hours of sleep I had last night. You guys know what I think it is? I'm not a genius, right? I'm not a fucking, I don't know, right? Okay, so we just had a break above I want to show you guys this very specifically. We just had a break above this previous area of structure with this. So now I'm looking for a higher floor, a higher low, so I can re-enter. I'm looking for this double bottom. Yeah, I don't need that colado for this one. Yeah. So micro 886 on the 5 minute, right back at the same exact entry price, 896. Let me get that re-entry. Let's go. There is an inverted head and shoulders forming here on the smaller time frame, so this could just continue to the upside, but I would very much like one more touch. I get that last touch, I'm in. And if somebody's in the Miami area wants to come drop off some colada for your boy, I'm not going to stop you. Are you taking a re-entry on UJ if it retraces? UJ is so far from entry that I just don't see an entry opportunity again. I mean, I could be wrong, right? So here's the recent impulse. We had a drop. Right now we're retesting about 78%. So we could come back down for a pullback here to get in. But personally, I don't re-enter trades once they start moving. I really only re-enter trades when it's at my prime entry. So if I entered here and it came back to my prime entry, I'll re-enter. But as the market is moving, I'm not looking for these higher floor entries and shit. No, I just want to let the market reset and then I can look at it then. But for swing trades, it's prime entry or nothing for me. Sorry if this has been asked before. I'm signing up for the masterclass. However, there is a chance I may arrive late on Sunday. Will a recording be available for us just in case? 100%, George. Recordings will be posted for every every attendee of the masterclass, and you have to actually go through the recordings. You don't have to watch the whole thing if you saw it live, but you have to click complete at least in order to move on to the next step to take your final exam. So everyone is not only able to have access to the recordings, but you'll also have the ability, or you have the obligation to go through the recordings to get your certificate. He said pigs definitely got slaughtered today. Pigs got slaughtered today. Is that a saying? Is that a market saying? Did that one go over my head? When is the next fundamental class? I don't know if I'm ever doing one again. The course is available for purchase online. So if you guys want to go to our website and go to courses, I'm pretty sure it's available somewhere on there, but I'm not doing another guided class. That one was deep. Now, this might be the last NAS100 masterclass because in February, when we start launching the classes again, I may decide to do fundamentals instead of NASDAQ. We've already done a few NASDAQ classes at this point. You either had your chance to get in or not. I think in February, when we get back on schedule, I might start doing the fundamentals class again, as opposed to doing NASDAQ. Because at that point, everyone's been exposed to the NAS information, and we'll just do a refresher call for everyone who bought the NAS100 class, and then we'll just get you guys set up for 2024. See if there's any changes in market conditions. Got 211 current viewers on YouTube. Welcome, everybody. If this is your first stream, welcome. My name is Roy Dunya. I'm the co-founder of Chart Addicts. We're an education platform that primarily focuses and prioritizes personal coaching. I am accepting 3 more coaching students personally. And if you guys have any questions about coaching, there's a few of the coaching students in the comment section right now. So if you guys want to ask about one-on-one coaching, ask right now. But I'm accepting 3 more students. Shout out to Brian and a few other folks who locked in their seats. 3 more slots. We're done for the entire year. I'll be coaching these students all of December. And then, we'll get back on road in January. So if you guys are interested in coaching, we have 3 different coaching plans. These are depending on how much attention you're really going to need and how much progress you're trying to make. If you go to coaching, there's 3 different plans. You have the 3-day coaching, you have the 5-day coaching, and then you have the full 14-day coaching. This 14-day coaching is actually a full month, where the first half is education, the second half is straight one-on-one trading, working together, trading together, and everything in between. The 3-day is more about strategy review. So what is going on with your strategy? Why is it working? Why is it not? How can you optimize it? And performance coaching, this is if you have a ton of bad habits that keep coming back. You've had a bunch of great accounts. You're finally back in profits on the account. And you just really do not want to go back and blow the money like you do on every challenge. You want to get to the bottom of why you've been making those mistakes. The performance coaching to me is the best one to go with. The strategy review is really like, you don't have any psychological issues, any of that stuff. You've been trading 6 to 8 months, but you just want to make sure that what you're doing is correct. You want to build a trading plan you can trust. This is for you. Any questions about this stuff, please feel free to reach out or just ask away in the chats. We'll have a few folks here that can answer those questions. Let's see if we get this re-entry. I'm on the smallest time frames ever right now. What time of day will the classes and advanced coaching be? Well, the advanced coaching, I'm available between 4 p.m. and 9 p.m. every single day. This is Eastern time. If we have to work around your schedule, we'll make that happen. But ideally, it's going to be within that window. Will you guys ever open the Chart Addicts group chat again? This is the most asked question. You guys can ask anybody on the team. This is something we get every single day. David, what do you think? If we open the chat back up, what do you think we should do? Noah says, hi, Roy, I'm interested to know about the strategy review coaching. How do I find out more? Brian, reach out to us. Actually, you might be able to schedule a call directly on the website here. Go to the overview under the coaching tab and schedule a 15-minute call with me. Just hit book a call right here. Okay, schedule a 15-minute call and you get to choose who you want to talk to. Just hit it with me right here. You can choose whichever time you want to go with. Do not schedule a call with me unless you guys are serious about coaching. I got people that hop on that just want to say hi and just want to be friends. Guys, nothing will make me block your number faster than being disrespectful with my time. So if you're serious about it, I will give you 100% of my time, my attention, my focus, and the valuable information that you're looking for. So this is where you guys can go get more information. Brian, get on this ASAP. People need to realize they'll spend well over $350 trying to piece together everything that you teach in the masterclass and still not figure it out. Bro, it's obvious. Number one, I have a very unique perspective on life, which has allowed me to notice these patterns that other people have just literally skipped over for years. But then aside from that, I put in some serious amount of time. So even if you put in the same amount of time, you're right. There is no guarantee you're going to piece it all together like this. How do we get details about OPEC? So the thing about OPEC meetings is they typically don't allow media in real time, but everybody wants their day in front of the camera. And so as the OPEC leaders finish these small group meetings, they go outside. There's reporters waiting for them. They give them a quick little couple words here, and then all we get is headlines, right? Saudi Arabia to sign historic new deal, right? So really, I'm just this is one of those wait for the dust to settle kind of moments because it's really hard for us to get solid info here. So let's see, we have November 30th. Oh, it's in Dubai. Oh, nice. The Secretariat of the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries will participate in the upcoming UN Climate Change Conference planned for the 30th of November to the 12th of December. It's a 12-day fucking conference? Bro, what? Yo, when you guys say the FX Summit is too long, it's 3 days in Dubai. I never want to hear that again. 12 days to talk about oil? To talk about climate? But was it getting hotter or not? What the fuck is 12 days? Okay. This isn't nuts. Al Gais said, we are immensely proud that our member country in the United Arab Emirates will host this important global gathering during a critical juncture in history. World leaders, decision makers, and leading experts, including officials at OPEC member countries, have descended on Dubai to hold discussions and crucial negotiations on global issues with far-reaching implications. That's not a great way to say a bunch of stuff and say nothing at the same time. The OPEC Secretariat will be present through the event to highlight OPEC's stand on climate change and the global mitigation efforts. So they're throwing the OPEC meeting in the middle of a climate change conference? What the fuck is wrong with these people, bro? Oh my God. It will also feature various activities to raise awareness for OPEC's mission and objectives. Yo, man. What kind of charade is this? This is so stupid. Okay,
I mean,
let me explain my mindset here, guys. Um, the countries that need to continue to sell oil that are part of OPEC, take Saudi Arabia, take the UAE, take Iran, take Russia, Venezuela. They're not in a position to politically choose not to keep pumping oil. They have to keep pumping oil. By the way, guys, doesn't look like the re-entry here is looking too hot. Does not look like the re-entry is looking too hot. Okay, so no re-entry just yet. No re-entry just yet. I'm gonna have to close a few of these tabs just so I can see what's on the other side of this. Just to have it reset. Okay, we'll talk about this in a sec. But yeah, long story short, the people who are in charge of the world's oil are not at liberty to just choose to stop pumping oil. They need it to fund their country. And especially since half of them are in a global war right now, Russia, Iran, right? Saudi Arabia is kind of entrenched in this global conflict. They cannot stop pumping oil, regardless of whatever climate change agenda people want. Like, here's why the climate change agenda is falling apart. America had posted 3 or 4 main laws that actually went into effect, affecting car manufacturers and forcing them to have to start selling more EVs and to go fully electric by a certain year. There's 4,000 car manufacturing plants that sent a collective letter to Biden saying, bro, this is the stupidest thing that's ever happened. There's not enough demand for EVs. We can't just waste all of our money making EVs, stop selling our real cars, and go out of business. Like, it really seems like every policy that's coming out today is trying to put America out of business. I genuinely believe that this is a Chinese communist ploy to send all manufacturing overseas, because it's not like people are going to stop buying combustion engines. They're just not going to make them in America. And so I feel like this climate agenda is stifling the G7 nations from making any sort of progress. It's hurting all the developing nations in the world because developing countries need oil and coal. They're not fucking running on nuclear energy and renewable energy sources in developing countries. So the poorest countries in the world and the richest countries in the world all getting hit. And then the only people that win from this climate change agenda are the people that are not going to fucking play along, like China, like India, like the rest of the developed world. It's only the G7 countries that are stupid enough to be falling for this. Now, not to say that there isn't a genuine concern about the effects of the world collectively polluting, but at the same time, is it bad enough to create the global chaos that we're seeing and to create the hardship and suffering that we're about to see? Nowhere near. Okay, so I got out at 964. Oh, good for you. My boy got out right here. This is why we take partial profits, buddy. That's why we take partial profits. And that's why we move stops to break even. Okay. I'm finally back in my mojo. I took partial profits twice, moved to stop loss to break even. So I'm no longer just eating losses. And I'm slowly but surely climbing back piece by piece, piece by piece. Okay. Whenever I try to get too cocky, I'm holding trades too long, I'm trying to impose my will, it never ends well with my strategy. Whenever I'm being responsible and I'm hitting these high probability entries, market goes in my favor. Okay, the market goes into my favor. I put stops to break even, I take partials, and I just rinse and repeat. That's how I'm able to just, catch consistent winners as opposed to trying to go for home runs. All right, so NAS100 just hit break even, no worries. The next area of interest that we discussed last week was 15,800, which is the 88% all the way down here. On the higher time frames, we have the 88% sitting. Time to delete these fibs. 15,816. And then, of course, we have one last area, which is the 15,500 zone. 15,500 is more of a higher time frame play. Okay. That's from this most recent push. So we have kind of like a break right here. We have this distribution area right here. So we may decide to come all the way back to retest this zone before we continue. So just like we spoke about on Sunday, and I'm sure a few of you guys remember this, 15,800 and 15,500. These are two potential areas here for re-entries for longs. Thanks for doing fundamental analysis too. It really helps. I'm doing my best, guys. Hey, Roy, one last question about the coaching. Any discount code for NAS Masterclass participants? I'm serious about the coaching. There is a discount code. I believe it's part of your plan. If you guys have the NAS100 class subscription and you go to check out on the coaching plans, there should be an already inputted percentage. Go check it out, Brian. Go to the checkout page. Don't pay yet, but just go to the checkout page and then make sure that you're logged in and see if it automatically puts in a promo code, because I believe it should. Said, yes, Roy, you're the truth. No, Christ is king. Jesus is the truth. I'm just out here spitting facts. KSA is offering Iran help. KSA. Oh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Pops, we're going to call him Saudi. All right, KSA, this is like the People's Republic of China, the PRC. It's communist China. All right. Like, oh, we just heard back from the Kremlin. No, Putin. All right. So we gotta call things out. Said the KSA, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. I love it. Okay, is helping Iran with their financial problems due to the embargo. Saudi Arabia helping Iran. Now that just sounds, that doesn't sound right. Pops, are you being serious? Is this a real story? Let me see. Saudi Arabia helps Iran. Let me see this. Let's see if this is fake news. 19 hours ago? Oh, this is not fake news. I take it back, Pops. Whoa. Saudi Arabia offers Iran investment. This is behind a paywall, ain't it? Oh my God.
I got a link you can use to get rid of the paywall.
That sounds borderline illegal. Golly, am I gonna get arrested for this?
Probably not.
But I'm gonna snitch. If I get in trouble, I'm gonna snitch, golly.
That's fine. I got 2 passports.
Yeah, how'd that work for your boy Andrew, bro? All right. He was talking about some. I got 85 passports. I'll never get arrested. I'm just beefing with an autistic climate change activist. My dude got arrested, bro. This is craziness. Okay, Saudi Arabia has approached Iran with an offer to boost cooperation and invest in its sanctions-stricken economy if the Islamic Republic stops its regional proxies from turning the Israel-Hamas war into a wider conflict. Oh, Saudi Arabia is bribing Iran. Said, oh, Iran, you guys are starving? You guys can't get any materials, food, water, and energy, the essentials for your people? They said, call me daddy and I'll bail you out. Well, that's basically what Saudi Arabia said. But what they also said is, stop funding all your little minions in the Middle East and destabilizing the whole region, and we'll give you some money. I will put you out of your misery if you just stop fucking over the whole world. Now, what people don't understand is that Iran doesn't give a shit. Iran will take their money and then in about a month start attacking Saudi allies again. Iran has one objective right now, and I'm not talking about the Iranian people, because I genuinely have a lot of love for the Iranian people. But the government right now, and I'm not talking about the official parliamentary government, I'm talking about the Tehran religious government, is single-handedly destabilizing the Middle East. He said, I'm so not feeling the love. Let me in. Dwayne, are you trying to guilt me into getting into the Zoom call? I don't appreciate that. He said, I'm not feeling the love, bro. Guys. Dwayne, I had to text you yesterday, bro. I told you there's something I gotta tell you, man. Some people are looking for you, bro. Okay, I'm so not feeling this. Hey Roy, I can't find the discount code in the checkout page. All right, Brian. Well, reach out to us at info@chartaddictsfx.com or just schedule that call as soon as you get a chance. Do it ASAP, and then we'll get on as soon as you're available. All right. Hey Roy, do we get to access the Discord for joining the masterclass? Yes, you get 1 month access. Once you guys do your call and you guys have gotten your certificate, you get 1 month access to Chart Addicts. Now, the October folks, most of y'all did not get your certificate. So don't even think about it. With the rest of you, yes. All right, y'all. Ask some good questions, and then we're gonna hop off here. Ask a few more good questions, and then we'll hop off. It doesn't really look like I'm gonna find another trade opportunity here for NAS. This is gonna be because look, I don't chase markets. You don't want to catch a falling knife because what happens is as the market is dropping and it starts to break out of these zones, a lot of people are shorting here. And then that's where it'll come down here, break under, and then snap back up. And it's just been doing that this whole time. What I've become really good at is finding these zones where it's going to snap back up. Okay. And so what I'm going to be looking to do here is waiting for the market to get down to 15,800. I'm going to layer on a few positions. I'm going to wait for it to snap. I'm going to close partials, move stops to break even, and continue to do this. Now, Roy, when will you stop buying NASDAQ? We have this entire area here where there's no traffic. If we violate this range, okay, and we close below, we have a long way down. We got a long way down where there's no traffic. And so at that point, yes, that's where I'll be looking to shift my opinion, where the market will drop. It'll sit right under the 88.6 and close under the 88.6, fake above, and crash. All right. And we'll talk about those reversal formations in the NAS100 masterclass as well. Jay Olivier says, LMAO, I got my certificate from October. How we access the Discord? Jacques, it's about time, brother. How do we access the Discord? Go to the Discord. When you got your certificate, there should have been a link sent to you.
Reach out to info@chartaddictsfx.com.
Yeah, reach out to info@chartaddictsfx.com. Yeah. And then if you guys are already in the public Discord, just go to the request assistance tab and then just hit request VIP access. And then we'll be able to get you out the way. Okay. Patience paid on that re-entry. Thank God I didn't just jump in. And for the record, I did have my certificate. Brian, all right, there you go. Well, I've been watching your streams for the past 2 weeks. You have changed my win rate. God bless you. Well, Darlington, Eric Darlington, I'm glad. And I really hope that everybody here is using this as an example that you don't have to be a perfect trader. Now, sometimes we do have those 20 win rate, the 20 trades in a row that we win. But most of the time, it's just trying to navigate and do your best with what the market gives you. And that's where you have to, that's what makes or breaks a trader. And so I'm glad that you're able to pull something out of this, Eric. Good for you. How we get the CA certified? How we get the CA certified on Discord again? I don't know. CA certified, CA certified, CA certified. Well, if you're in the Discord, you're already CA certified, or you were in the masterclass. If you're in the masterclass, you get 1 month access to the group chat. Wait, didn't I ask David Howard what we should do? David, did you ever answer the question? Oh, he said being in the chart addicts group was okay. You did answer it. Hold on. He says, mate, we need that fundamental class. The fundamentals course will show you how to trade news. Yeah, two-step. Yeah, two-step. That's the whole point. Yes, sir. What time of the day will the class is okay? People need to realize they'll spend okay. Being in the chart addict group was amazing because you were around like-minded people all day. And not being in there, I can definitely see a difference in my progress. Still going good, but it could be better. David, I feel it, bro. I feel it. And it breaks my heart because the reason that we kept it open for so long is because I wanted the environment that I wish I had, and I wanted that for everybody. But it's also unproductive for me to have a culture in there where people aren't serious, right? They'll come from another group chat where they've been sort of like trained to expect shitty behavior, right? And then really, bro, it's like, okay, if someone comes in with the wrong expectations or with the wrong mindset, and then they don't really take it serious and they're not doing what we're all doing here on the stream, which is being coachable, taking notes, really growing and seeing some progress, what ends up happening is they end up leaving and just talking shit about us to just everybody else. And it's not a fun thing when we try our best and we're literally working our ass off all day, every day to try to help traders succeed to the next level, and people don't give it a chance and they leave. So with the selective sort of thing that we're doing here, where you have to be a coaching student, is because I want people, like, if you're going to pay for coaching and you're going to sit on these 3 calls, 5 calls, or 14 calls with me, you are fucking serious about this. And at that point, I trust that when you're in the group chat, you're not going to be asking stupid, like, sort of like, yo, somebody please send me a trade. Please, guys, what should I do with this trade? Like, those are not the conversations we're going to have. Instead, it's going to be productive every day. And that's how everything should be. That's how all business connections should be. That's how all, productive relationships should be. I'm not going to show up at my best some days. You guys now know my strategy. And so you'll be able to give me some insight and some input, be like, hey, man, it's at the 88.6 again. Are you sure you're not taking it? And those have been some of the best sort of like collaborative trade ideas, is where everybody knows exactly what we're all looking for and we can pick up the slack from each other in case someone's having a slower day. That's the value of a productive network. And for the record, I did have my cert, okay? Make sure to notify me on that early bird access to the fundamentals class in 2024. We haven't even started thinking about that, guys, because we were still kind of on the schedule that we're going to do a NASDAQ class in February. But now I'm sort of thinking about the fact that, like, look, if you're serious about NAS, you've had 4 months or 3 months to get in. So at this point, I feel like we've kind of hit the people that are interested in the NASDAQ, sort of like taking it to the next level. Now, we haven't hit everybody, clearly, because there's so many people trading NAS, but I feel like I've done my job. I've given the information that I genuinely needed to. And what I want to do is just provide something that no one else is doing. I just want to provide the shit that no one is seeing, that no one can articulate, the stuff that people just genuinely don't know. And anyone who's taken any of my courses, whether it is the fundamentals, whether it is the Forex basics, or the NAS100, you guys know that this is miles beyond what most people are doing for their people. I completely understand people are very toxic in this industry because they think that you spend $100 for a class and it makes you $1 billion. It's not even that. It's just more so like their expectation of trading. Because their expectation of trading is why they're expecting all the wrong shit from the courses. They think that, like, they got sold on a dream. They haven't done 2 minutes of research on YouTube where they see every video. Like, guys, I'll give you 3 of my favorite channels. If you guys don't want to watch my shit, watch these guys. All right. I've never done this, but I'm going to give a plug to certain folks. I'm gonna give a plug to certain folks that I personally find unbelievably valuable. These guys just do nothing but drop gems and they don't get the recognition they deserve. Now, Casper, all right, 85,000 subs, he getting the recognition he deserves. Okay, that's good. I love this. Casper SMC. So I don't trade smart money concepts, but if you guys do trade smart money concepts, this is what I'd be looking for. Okay, my bad. I just had to answer this text. Okay, yeah, Jesse breaks down so many great ideas. Now, I don't really use these for the technical analysis, even though he's really fucking good at breaking down the technical analysis. It's the mindset stuff. It's how to simplify stuff. It's how to build plans. It's how to understand psychology, right? There's really solid information out here on YouTube, guys. Now, everybody else who's looking at the lifestyle shit, let's go. And I'm not going to roast anybody, only because I'd have to give them more recognition than they deserve. So I'm not going to do it. But let me see if Creedy started up his channel. Creedy Trades. Oh, even we have a podcast. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, but Darren is my guy. You guys can see FX Summit 2023. We showing up everywhere. The #1 trading conference in the world, the #1 suggestion at the very top is the FX Summit. But I love that. That made me so happy. Okay. I'd watch stuff from Darren. Darren is a really good friend of mine. Anything that Kyle drops, JCap FX. Dude, anything that fucking Kyle drops. This is the guy. All right. Kyle's made damn near $800,000 from trading. So really good friend of mine. These are guys that I would really, I would dive deep into their concept. A lot of people say that there's toxicity and there's this and that. Not everywhere, yo. There are some genuinely valuable people in this space. Okay. You the man, Roy. That masterclass was clutch. Blueprint to Freedom podcast. Blueprint. What did you take away from the masterclass that you felt was so valuable? Said Casper is a G. Yeah, bro. Shout out to Jesse. Actually, I have a podcast dropping with Jesse in the next week and a half. So keep an eye out for that. I'm really excited to drop that. Jade Cap is a G. Yeah, Kyle's the fucking man. I don't know how else to say it. I've met some incredible funded traders in the past year. These guys have really reshaped the way that I think about funded trading. That guy, Limitless Noman, I have a podcast with him. He's banned on every single prop firm. They did a blanket ban. The only blanket ban in the whole industry is this guy. Now you guys know there's a piece of me that really wants to occupy that. I want my broker to have the wheel with the dartboard with my face on it at their office because it means I'm robbing them blind and it means that they hate me. This guy actually had the entire industry blanket ban him, and he's never used half these firms. Okay, this guy, Limitless Noman, is because there was some copy trading going on, whatever. He was taking the same trade on a few different accounts, whatever. Okay, he ain't do nothing that you know what I'm saying. He didn't do anything immoral. Taking the same trade on two different accounts and then kind of milking the system. Brother, get your bag. I have a podcast with him dropping. I have a podcast with Jesse Casper dropping, and then Kyle. Kyle only wants to do the in-person podcast. I think he wants to intimidate me in person. So I'm gonna have to fly out somewhere and go see him. But I'm looking forward to doing that. Okay. We just rejected the discount right here. Now it looks like we're making our way back inside the trading range. That's unbelievable. 88.6 from that recent low right here. I'm just taking a wild guess that it's the 88.6. Bear with me for a sec while I fix this up. Taking a wild guess here. Pretty close to the 886. That's the thing, guys. From every break, you could draw a fib, an 88.6 scalp entry. It's really just like that. It's really just like that. I'm not going to go through too much detail there. Okay, Q Banks is a G. I agree. I booked a call with you, Brian. I look forward to seeing you. Melissa from Boston says, "What's up? Just saying hi and showing some love." Melissa, I hope you're doing good. Long time no see. Okay, Jade Cap, yup. Q Banks, yup. Sensei is a G. Okay, you lost me. I was with you, Robin, until you. Yep. Yeah, the opinion is now null and void, my friend. All right, guys, I'll answer two more questions before we hop off. Doesn't really look like a very eventful trading day. We took a few scalps, made some money. I have half a mind to want to enter this trade, but I'm done buying for now. I'm going to wait for the 15,800 level, and we'll just sort of reassess this thing. But we are breaking back above this weekly support. All right, the trade that we just took earlier was right here. Okay, we'd say 1, 2, 3. It was sort of this break and retest kind of formation with a floor. And even though we had this massive liquidity grab to the downside from 91 down to 50, oh, it's only 45 points. 45-point stop hunt. And then now we're right back above that 88.6 entry. So I'm going to be real with you guys. Very tempted to take this trade. Oh my God. What would this look like? Oh, 2.5 to 1? 2.5 to 1. Now let's be a little bit more accurate here. Yeah, probably closer to 2 to 1. After we take partial profits, it'll probably be like a 1 to 1. David, if you do coaching or the masterclass, you will have access to come back into the chats. Masterclass gives you, so here's the thing. If you do the coaching, the 3-day coaching gives you 3-month access. I believe the 5-day coaching gives you 6-month access. And I believe the 14-day coaching gives you 2-year access. So I'm just throwing that out there. If you guys want access to the group chats, there are ways to get back in, but we just need some proof that you're serious. And if you guys want to see what all the hype is about, take the masterclass, join the group chat for a month. And if it's all the hype that it's caught up to be, you'll make the right decision. Fred from Fireflies. Yo, why does it still show why does it still show the same meeting time for the trade locker? Oh no, it says 12. Is it at 12?
It is.
Okay, done deal. Golly, how do you know?
I know all and see all and hear all.
Brother. Damn. I don't know if I should be uncomfortable, if I should be proud. Like, I don't know. Like a little bit of both. Okay, get the masterclass. Thank you, Blueprint to Freedom. Who's the last trader that's banned by prop firms? I missed his name. His name is Noman or Newman. Limitless Newman. That's his name on Twitter. Bro, our podcast together is gonna be I don't fucking know. The the podcast with Noman, I genuinely feel like is gonna be the last podcast I'll ever do about prop firms. I think I'm about to lose every prop firm connection I've ever had in my life after that one podcast. Because this guy gaming the system the way he has is my goal and dream, right? I'm passing challenges and I have a very clear system to pass, but not like this. This is like to become such a threat that firms that you've never even used, that you've never even signed up and logged in on have banned you in advance. I want that. That's what I want. I want I want to beat Lambo Raul's record for the biggest payout on FTMO. And then I want to get banned from all these scam ass prop firms. As long as I don't get banned from FTMO. Most of the prop firms don't allow traders from Malaysia and Vietnam. That's because most of the people gaming the system are from Malaysia, Vietnam, Singapore. They know, bro. Pakistan. They're about to do a blanket ban on Pakistan. That rhymed. I should be a rapper at this point. It's a blanket ban on Pakistan. Sounds like some shit India would do. All right, everybody. Great to see you all this morning. I'll answer one more question before we hop off, and I'll pick the best out of all the questions. Give me one question. It could be related to geopolitics. It could be related to trading psychology, trading mindset, mastering NAS100, technical analysis, and everything in between. I'm not going to take another trade on NASDAQ for the day. I'll see you guys there tomorrow. Do you teach the system to pass a prop firm? Yes, I do. In the NAS100 Masterclass. How many people have passed their prop firm challenge after taking the Masterclass, by the way? Noah says, did Gali get that raise? No, Gali got 3 rounds in an octagon with me. All right, that's what Gali got. So did Gali get the fucking raise? Man, no, are you his fucking agent, Noah? What is this?
See, guys, see the hostile environment I work in.
Yo, son. Yo, God, do not do that. You guys sit here and paint me as fucking Ellen DeGeneres and just fucking shitting on people? No. You know I always lead with a compliment, and I always lead with confidence. And then we get 5 minutes into the convo, and then it just goes downhill. It just starts to degenerate very quick.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, Roy, sure. That's what you want to tell him. Buys on 15,800 on NAS thoughts. I have given my thoughts. Will Canada ever produce and refine their own oil? Canada is one of the largest producers of oil, my friend. Canada exports more oil than I think the US does. Let's do Canadian petroleum reserves, and then we'll do Canadian oil exports versus imports 2023. Chris said, "Is he holding you hostage?" Yo, Gali, I think they're asking you, bro. Yo, blink twice if I'm holding you hostage, G. He's blinking his ass off, right? His shit's about to be running. Okay, just want to run it down. Yo, you're such a dickhead, bro. People are really gonna think I'm a piece of shit. Oh man.
Yo, guys, every few months, Roy buys me a plane ticket down to Miami. I'm like, everything's cool. Can't wait to go to Miami, enjoy the
Oh my
sunshine,
fucking god.
great neighborhood. Then I'm locked in the house and just getting roasted by him and his brother all weekend long. And it just builds up from there. So this is where the roasts on the Zoom come from.
Okay, how many of you guys will take the occasional plane ticket down to Miami to come and hang out here for a week and a half, and all you got to do is just chop shit with me and my brother and just hang out? Who would take that job? Because all I heard was, yeah, fuck it, I bought you a plane ticket. And let's be completely real, G. Who starts this? Every single time. He said, Golly's sending Morse codes with the amount of blinking he's doing. Yo, fuck y'all, son. Yo,
Yo,
son. I
matter of
hate this shit, bro.
fact, started Noah, you're hired as my agent, bro.
Nah,
Actually.
Golly. No, this is guys. New name. Say W Golly fake newsman. Say Golly fake newsman. All right. This is what we're going with. This is the number one source of fake news is Golly G. All right. This is ridiculous. Do you look at Divergence, bro? Oh fucking no. I don't know.
Divergent.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was about to make a. It's just gonna go over too many people's head. But all good. Keep your thoughts. Last trade, last try. Haha. Alex Santia G. Robin. Yeah, yeah. He said Robin just copped the masterclass, bro. Yo, you're right. Just HR and put in an HR complaint. Yeah, golly. French says you got to put in an HR complaint.
I am HR, bro.
Yeah. Golly will text me. He'll be like, bro. He's like, all right, few more roasts on the astrology people, but we gotta leave the fucking we gotta leave the first masterclass people alone. I'm like, why? They ain't fucking do the certificates. So we gotta do with the HR complaints. Guys, keep in mind, Golly does train kickboxing now. And so he likes to beat me up, right? If we're gonna sit here and really talk about this, Golly, you want to talk about the assault?
Whoa. I'm not abusive.
So you don't win the fights that me and you have.
Like,
Yeah.
I like that,
Checkmate, baby.
man.
He said checkmate. I'm either the abusive boss or you literally have never won a round against me in sparring one time in your entire existence. You got to pick one of these two roles. Which one you going with, fake newsman?
I'm gonna let you answer that.
Yo, no, I'm gonna let you answer. I just backed myself into a corner. That was like the bathroom pose yesterday. I gotta start thinking before I say. I gotta start thinking before I say shit out loud. They are already doing it. I've worked there, but the system is so fucked. They made GAD so expensive in their own country. Okay, I don't even know what's happening here.
I think gas. You meant to say
Oh, gas.
gas. Yeah.
Zeus says roll the woods and trade. Well, this guy's got the right idea. I'm in Miami. Let's chop it up at Pilos. First off, you're not gonna catch me dead at Pilos, Robin. So I'm rich. All right. And I look like this, brother. So I'll see you at Taboo. It's at 11:45. Are SBX and NAS correlated? Yeah, you deleted that message real quick. I think you noticed. that question wasn't going to go well. Guys, a question that can be answered. Oh, you asked it again? The fucking gumption. That's insane. This guy's got the gall. Look, brother, any question that can be answered very easily with a basic amount of observation and 15 seconds to 45 seconds of work on your part, I will not answer. I'm not one of those fucking machines, those the cubes, you shake them and it gives you an answer. I ain't one of those. My job is to provide value in areas that other people are not putting pieces together. So if it's genuine value, I'll answer it. But like, are they correlated? Brother, flip from one chart to the next. Okay, what did it do from September 1st to October 1st? What did NASDAQ do from September 1st to October 1st? What did S&P do from October to November? Same thing with NASDAQ. Are they moving in the same direction? Okay, yes. When they're moving in the same direction, are they moving in the same kinds of moves? Do they make impulses and retracements at the same time? Kind of, but not close enough to really trade them together. Okay, so they're correlated, but not that highly correlated. That's what you're going to do in the next 5 minutes, and you're going to come back to us and you're going to give us your feedback, because I got to hop off here for a call. What is this? Oh, hell no. Hmm. Okay. Oh, this is good. This is good news. Okay. Fuck yeah. Frenchie says Chat GPT. What y'all talking about some Chat GPT for? I love Chat GPT. Don't get me wrong. Roy, how much is your rent in Miami? It's about $3,000, a little bit over when you add all the fees and all the stuff. Gotta go. See you at the Masterclass. I'm gonna see you tomorrow, Walter. I'm gonna see you before then. But appreciate you hopping on. I'm gonna catch you later. Walter, why aren't you on the Zooms, bro? That's what I want to know. Somebody get Walter, email me. Okay, let's get you access to the Zoom calls, man. Any thoughts on Surge Trader? Let's do a simple. Actually, wait. Let me actually answer the Canada question first. God, this is my ADHD going crazy. Let's look at the oil reserves here. What was this? 2019. Okay. What the hell is Worldometer? This is okay. Worldometer. Jacques Olivier says, I made it to the Discord. Let's go. Welcome, Jacques. Good to have you on. Heck yes. Thanks. Walter, of course, bro. You don't have any coupon for NAS100 class? No, no more coupons, guys. No more coupons. The fact that we were even doing a coupon code and people weren't taking advantage of it is honestly crazy to me. Yesterday we put out that the bang 25 code. Bro, nuts. No one took advantage. We're not doing no more promo codes. You either want to move your trading forward or you don't. Ain't nothing we can do at this point to convince someone to make the best decision for their life. Barrels a day, 5th in the world for production. So they're pumping out double their consumption. They have a daily surplus of 2.1 million barrels. They have a fat reserve. So they're exporting most of their oil, and then the oil consumption is 2 point. So okay, net exporter makes a lot of sense. This is data for 2016. What the? Why are we looking at 2016? Coronavirus population world. I don't know if I trust this thing. Worldometer. It's owned by who? Andrei Alimetov?
It's owned by the Matrix.
Sketchy Russians are not the Matrix, my friend. Quite the opposite. This is a psyop. This is a fucking they're trying to infiltrate Worldometer. Should I trust CNN? So the fuck? Imagine I trust CNN. Okay, here we go. 9 reviews. Very inaccurate data. %. Look how many 1-star reviews. They are artificially inflating USA stats. The fuck? Oh, these are all in March 2020. These are all COVID. These are fucking COVID people. All right, look. Let's just take this at face value in terms of rankings. So the reason that I don't like this is because when Trump became president, I think in 2016, he ended up filling our strategic reserves to the fucking brim. And I think we were all the way at the top of the list. And then Biden has successfully brought us right back down. So oil reserves by country. Let me see if there's a 2023 meter. If there's a 2023 meter, it'll probably be on where's the World Bank? Okay. OPEC should have it. That's probably the first fucking place we should have checked. What the fuck is this pixelated ass? Bro, do these guys not know how to embed a picture into this website? Like, how could they pop? This is not even a fucking... Yo, son. If you guys want to get rich, just figure out how to do basic shit for governments and tell them, just bring them into the 21st century, and then you guys will make a fucking killing. All right? The problem is Canada exports more than they refine. How is that a problem? It's excellent. America does the same, by the way. Why? Because we can import cheap oil from Saudi Arabia and we can export our expensive oil to the third world, which is literally what we do. We export our oil, I think at $27 a barrel or $45 or sorry, we produce a barrel at about $22 to $25 in America. In Saudi Arabia, I think it costs them anywhere between $5 to $7 to produce a barrel. And so they're the lowest cost producer. We will import their cheap oil and we'll export our oil for $45, $50, $60 a barrel. Right now, US oil, I believe, is at 60, 60. Down significantly from the start of the year. Okay, so this is the effect of Joe Biden dumping our strategic reserves into the market. And look, why would Joe Biden do this? It's the same exact reason the Treasury bailed out Silicon Valley Bank and some of the regional banks earlier. They're literally avoiding an economic downturn at all costs, strictly for the sake of re-election. The chances that an incumbent president gets re-elected with a recession is very, very slim. You can't get re-elected with a shitty economy. That's why it was possible for Obama to get reelected so easily as the incumbent, because after the 2008 crisis, there was a TARP program, there was zero interest rate policy, and we were able to rebuild and get back on track. So after that 4 years, it's like, well, everybody lost their jobs, but now we're finally back on track, and he was able to win again. With Trump, it was a lot harder. All right, because as soon as the pandemic hit, the economy was in absolute shambles, and there was very hard for the incumbent to win in those conditions. And so dumping the strategic reserves to bring down the cost of gas, to artificially make inflation look lower than it is going to come back to bite us in the ass. But for now, at least we can all enjoy sub $3 gas. Okay, so you can see this is the effect of all that. So the current price per barrel is $75. So keep in mind that we produce a barrel at 22 to 25 bucks. but the price of oil that we sell is going to be about $75. But we can import cheap oil from Saudi Arabia instead. That's how the game works. We got Venezuela. So this is at least 2021. At least this is a slightly more recent, and it incorporates Trump putting in. Where's the US? Oh, this is not OPEC plus, is it? This is just OPEC? Okay, well, that makes sense. Let's do US and OPEC. Um, so just side note here on NASDAQ, if we look at the higher time frames, I'm expecting this area to get retested. So the two options are we kind of just stay within this range. Okay, market hits the 800 and we shoot back up. Second option is that 15,500 level. All right. So we've already had a break of the previous high. We've already shown that this massive shift in market momentum shows that there's tons of buyers in the market and buying interest is definitely around. But markets can't just move in a straight line. So this is a very natural correction here to a very overextended move. And this could be a potential higher time frame pullback for the continuation. So there's no updated stats. It's really hard to get oil stats. All right, but we can at least get a rough idea. So people want to shit on Venezuela. Venezuela's up. When the price of oil globally goes up, Venezuela gets rich. Now look at how many of these countries are enemies of the United States. And start to ask yourself, which one came first, the chicken or the egg? Is it coincidental that a lot of the people that we beef with are on this list? Or are we beefing with people because they're on this list? Now I'm getting kicked off YouTube. Okay, Venezuela. They just recently had a revolution. Their country collapsed and their government collapsed due to tons of corruption. Realistically, what happened there is like, look, guys, they're socialists because they've been eating off of the oil money. And nobody there knew how to really, really build back from scratch. And they had tons of government programs, free education, free housing for a lot of folks. Those kinds of benefits make an economy weak. So what happened is as soon as the first sign of trouble came, they were not able to get back on the horse. And then luckily enough for them, the price of oil rebounded and they got out of their mess. Now, I'm Lebanese. We had a very similar problem happen. So I'm not talking about this from some kind of a righteous perspective. The Lebanese people fell into the same exact trap, except we just didn't have the oil to get us out of the mess. So we're kind of screwed in that sense. So Venezuela is still able to recover clearly because they have the largest share of crude oil. Next is Saudi Arabia. That's why they're building $1 trillion building or whatever the fuck they're doing over there. Iran.
Mm. So now we're getting to the parts. We got Maduro, we got Saudi Arabia with MBS, we got Iran current. You guys see the beef? You guys see the the petrodollar system at play here? Iraq. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Is it you guys ever heard the jokes? It's not, I mean, it's not funny, but you guys ever heard the jokes, the oil jokes? No? Right? You go to a pizza shop, shit's got it's greasy ass pizza. They'd be like, bro, there's so much oil on this pizza, America might invade. That's where these jokes, yeah, jokes are rooted in truth, people. It's fucked up. Also kind of fun. The United Arab Emirates. How are they paying Cristiano Ronaldo or whoever $700 million, whatever dumb shit, to go play over there? How do they take over the Gulf scene in the entire world? This oil money, baby. Then you have Kuwait, okay, big conflict zone. We also have Libya, Kuwait and Libya. So you guys remember a guy named Muammar Gaddafi? You think he got kicked out because the dude wears funny clothes and the guy's out of off his rocker? Partially, yes. That's why, Arab Spring. But also, he on the list. Every single one of these countries, at some point, guys, I'm about to get kicked off YouTube. I'm just gonna say this right now. Let me know if I should say this next piece. All right, whatever I say next is definitely gonna get me kicked off YouTube. But you guys let me know if I should say this next piece out loud. How does that help with NAS100? M. Brown, mind your business. I'm trying to give this breakdown. But yeah, I think we lost a lot of people on the way. Okay, not going to expose the petrodollar system today. We'll save that for another stream. All right, guys, I got to hop off. I got a meeting here in 1 minute. Take it easy. Happy and safe trading, y'all. I really got to hop off. He said, say it with your chest, buddy. I'm going to get shot for this one. I said, they're going to find me. But I'll say it later. This one's going to get me in trouble. But I'm going to catch you guys later. Happy and safe trading, everybody. Take it easy. I'm about to be late for this meeting. Peace.